Okay, guys, so this is what bitterness and hurt and pain do. David's men, the men that were hiding out with him, the men that had gone to Siglag with him, when they were going to go to a war, right? They were going to pretend to go with the Philistines to help them out, but really the Philistines were going to fight against Israel, so they were going to turn against the Philistines. But all of a sudden they see there's fire, there's smoke. The Amalekites had come to Siglag, and they had burned everything. They had taken the wives of David and his men. They had taken their children, the possessions, everything. And these men became so bitter that the Bible says that they were going to stone David to death. They were wanting to kill David. They were wanting to kill the man that they were one with, that they had left even King Saul for, right? And you start to think about it, and listen, King David didn't just go through one betrayal. He didn't just go through King Saul's betrayal, which that's deep because it was a king trying to kill him. Not only his friends trying to kill him when we see this incident with Siglag. The Bible also mentions that he's trying to hide out in a place, in a city that he had protected the people. And he prays to God and he says, God, will these people be faithful to me, or will they betray me with King Saul? And God tells him, they're going to betray you with King Saul because they're afraid. Fear. So we see hurt, we see fear, we see with King Saul was jealousy and offense. So all of these things will have people betray you. And it's not just one time that they betrayed David. Listen, his own son Absalom betrayed him, trying to sway the people and charm the people and tell the people like, oh, King David doesn't love you. King David is not doing good for you. I will be a better king for you. I will make sure that you get justice, etc., etc., etc. Man, I think about King David. King David went through a lot of betrayal. But let me tell you, God himself went through so much betrayal. God went through the betrayal of Satan in heaven, taking 1/3 of the angels. Then he went through the betrayal of the 200 watchers in Genesis 6 when they fell in love with the women and they wanted to take the women as wives. Then he went through the betrayal of the men, right? When they were building the Tower of Babel, but these men wanted to be like God. Mind you, they were probably influenced by demonic powers because it was the same thing. It was pride. They wanted to be like God. Then he was betrayed by Judas when he came in human flesh to the earth. How many times has God been betrayed? So what did Jesus say? If I was persecuted, you will be persecuted too. You know, he says, but I have overcome the world. He says, but have peace because I have overcome the world. So what that shows you is that, hey, we're humans. We're no better than God. We're going to be betrayed. But in the process, God strengthens us because he knows that every time we're betrayed, what he's doing is it's crushing us to be able to receive the promotion, whatever he has next. Joseph, again, we see betrayal after betrayal after betrayal, but it needed to be done in order for him to be humbled and in order for him to be molded and matured into the man that God wanted him to be in order to receive the blessing and the promotion that God had for him. So I just wanted to say this because I know that, betrayal sucks, but it is necessary. The only thing is you cannot let bitterness come into your heart, because if not, you'll get stuck and you will not fulfill the call of God in your life. Like you'll get stuck and it'll steal instead of being a blessing. Joseph didn't let his heart get hardened. He had to be humbled before he can, like, even when his brothers came, he said, God allowed this. So he didn't have that bitterness. We see how he was able to forgive his brothers and let go of that. So yeah, betrayal is not easy, but it's something that, it's part of life. And I don't know if it gets easier. I think, for David, did it get easier? It went from the man that was almost like his father to then the men that were his friends, to then the people that he had saved, to then his own son. I don't know if it gets easier, to be honest with you.